Hello everybody, welcome to Disciple Plays. We've got a great video for you today. Big show. So we have a couple different things we're going to talk about today. Today's topic is if I had $500 going into a card show this weekend, what would I do? We got three different categories. We got quick flips, 6 months to a year. We got long-term holds, which is, you know, as long as you can hold them, hopefully like 5 years if you can do it. Get some willpower, people. And then card grading plays. So this is three different ways that you could allocate some money this weekend if you're going to a card show, if you have about $500 to spend. Question of the day. It's my first video, so it's simple. What is your favorite Pokemon? Mine right now is Metagross. To be fair, though, it changes pretty much weekly. But Metagross, big fan of Metagross. First, 4 quick flips, 6 months to a year. So this is stuff that I think is going to have some sort of run, just based on previous market data. Again, none of this is advice. This isn't financial advice. Do your own research. This is just what I see and what I am thinking about doing. So the Charizard EX from Paldean Fates, as we all know, Paldean Fates is going out of print alongside 151. And I just at a card show this past weekend saw this card for sale at multiple vendors for about $220. So this is actually higher than what some of the show guys had it. And maybe that's the last couple of days it's gone up. But if you look, this card used to be about $315 and it hit a dip at $200 and now it's climbing back up. So in my opinion, now is a good time to hop in on this because once this goes out of print, I could easily see this being a $500 card. I mean, it looks great. It's Charizard. It's shiny Charizard. So yeah, that's option one for a quick flip, 6 months to a year. Number two, we're looking at some prismatic singles, although sealed could probably fall into this category too, but singles right now for prismatic are in a bit of a dip. So if you look at the 1 year chart for this Espeon, used to be about a $425 card, sitting down at $234. That is almost a $200 dip right now is what this Espeon EX is in. And I know what you're thinking, Disciple, it's just one card in Prismatic that's like that. No, you are wrong. It is pretty much every single Prismatic evolution. Let's go to the year for the Sylveon. Used to be about a $560 card, sitting down at around $300 right now. You can get this. And what do we know about Prismatic? It's going out of print next year at this time, much like Paldean Fates and 151 are. Look what those cards have done. That Charizard has jumped up almost double what it was. I remember seeing them for $300 not that long ago, and they're sitting at like 500 raw value now. So the Sylveon, good pickup, in my opinion. Same thing with the Leafeon. Go back to the year, was about a $460 card, sitting at $250 right now. Again, 6 months to a year. I see this being back up close to this number, if not higher, because Prismatic is going to go out of print. Everybody's going to panic. You're not going to be able to find it anymore. That's how it always goes in this hobby. People panic. Don't panic. Just be ready for things. And next, celebrations for the 6 month to 1 year hold. As we know, 30th anniversary is coming out at probably the end of this year, and celebrations has been climbing here. I'll just show you. It has been on a steady climb this year. You could have had it for $250 not long ago. Now it's up to $325. I see this as still having room to climb because of 30th anniversary coming out. So for the 6 month to 1 year hold, I think this is probably not a bad play. And keep in mind, this is if you have $500 going into a show. I know some of this stuff is a little bit more expensive. We'll do some other videos with different budgets in the future. Next, we'll move on to a long-term investment idea. This is stuff I'm much more into the long-term investments because it is typically in the 30-year history of Pokemon the safer play. Cards are very volatile. They can jump all over the place. Sealed product typically has a very upward curve if you zoom out far enough. So next, we're going to get into the long-term holds. Right now, I think the Ascended Heroes Elite Trainer box is a great option for a long-term hold. If you're going to hold something for 5 to 10 years, getting these for about $100 at your local card show or just like Facebook Marketplace, that is a great option right now. I was just at a big card show last weekend, hundreds of vendors, and they all said, I went around asking, they all sold out within the first like 20 minutes of their Ascended Heroes ETBs, apart from a couple. I snagged a couple at the show as well, and after I bought the ones I did, I literally did not see another regular Ascended Heroes ETB at the whole show. Now, I did see several Pokemon Center ones, $199 shipping, somebody's being weird there, but those are about $350 right now. I personally don't like buying Pokemon Center ETBs when they're over like $150. It just doesn't make sense in my mind. Maybe you think differently, do your own research for all this stuff, but I think right now Ascended Heroes ETBs are a good pickup, and when the bundles come out, be on the lookout for those as well. The cards I'd probably stay away from right now just because they're all very high and they're all very new, so we don't know what's going to happen with those. Next though, for the long-term holds, Prismatic Evolution booster bundles. I think this is probably one of the best sealed products to buy on the market today. I'll just show you. We had the 151 booster bundle. They're up to $191 now. And I mean, not long ago, they were the same price as Prismatic, and then boom, out of print. They jump way up here. And Prismatic, like I said, is going out of print a year from today. So if you can jump on these now, there is no reason these can't be the same or close, at least, to 151. Prismatic is like the most open set on Rip and Ship streams by far. It's not close. Ascended Heroes might have overtaken it at this point, just because it's so new. But for the longest time, Prismatic Evolutions has been open like crazy. I would jump on these if you can. ETBs are a little bit pricey now. ETBs, I don't know if you guys saw, have jumped up. Let's look. Over $200 now, the ETBs. And if you would have been paying attention way back here, it would have been great to bet, oh, you know, $112, but I don't want to pay over MSRP. I don't want to do it, but then boom, $200. Almost a doubling up if you had bought back here. So maybe still a good option, but I think the bundles are a better choice right now. Next, this is an individual card, the Koraidon EX from Scarlet and Violet base set. Scarlet and Violet base set is going out of print, just the same as Fates and 151, and being able to get an SIR PSA 10 for $100 of a legendary Pokemon with a Dedenne in it, I personally think this card, I'm not saying it's going to be $1,000 card anytime soon, but I can definitely see the $100 mark being a good entry point for this card. Next, this is like the one Ascended Heroes card that I would potentially be picking up right now, because I think it's getting lost in the mass quantity of all the other Ascended Heroes cards. Huge set. You can pick these up for like $6 right now. Maybe wait a little longer and see if it drops into the $5, you know, even lower than $5 range. But that's such a cool artwork. I foresee people really enjoying this in the future. Again, I could see this being easily a $20, $25 card. So I'd be looking for that as well. Next category, we're getting into grading cards. So this is a little more tricky. You got to know what you're looking for. If a card's not centered, if it's got whitening, don't mess with it. Know what you're doing if you're going to do this. But these are some grading plays that I am looking at right now myself. So the classic collection Mew from Celebrations, you can get this for about $4 ungraded raw, and in a PSA 10 it is about $500, and you can see some sales here. $650, $500, $500, $487. I mean, that is a huge come up on your money. If you can snag 10 of these for $40, you send them all in, you get one PSA 10, you made some money. So, but again, grading cards, you got to know what you're looking for. You can't just go buy up all the cards you see. Like, check them, make sure they're centered, make sure there's no whitening. But this is one I am looking for right now personally. Next, I've been huge into this one, the Mega Evolution Booster Box promo stamp. You got to have the stamp on it for this to be the case. But the Bulbasaur right now, as you can see, it's about $22 ungraded, which may seem a little high, but PSA 10 price $423. However, if we go look at eBay sales, this sucker has jumped up 750, 700, 700, 750, 775. So the reason is this card has like a 10% gem rate, which means if you sent in 10 cards that all looked pretty good, one of them would get a 10. So this is something I've been jumping on. I would highly recommend if you can find some sealed ones, especially. They have the code card on the back, so you can't see the back, but you can at least look at the front and see if it's centered. And I personally am picking up every single one of these I see that's sealed and is well centered, and I'll open it up and see what I can do with the back of it later. Next, the Greavard from Scarlet and Violet. Greavard? I think it's Greavard. Very cool card. Got the Gengar little thing on the ground, the Gashly, the Ditto. You got Banette getting into the chest. Shuppet, Drifloon. Very cool looking card. My wife loves this artwork. She always makes me buy them if I see them. You can get it for $16 raw, going for over $300 in a PSA 10. I think this will do really well over time just because it's a cool looking artwork and it's got some popular Pokemon in it. And again, it's hard to grade, which is why it's a little bit pricey. But if you can be on the lookout for these and know what you're looking for at a card show and pick up a couple, get a couple PSA 10s, that's a nice little chunk of change. Then this one, I am very excited about this one. Arceus V, it's a promo from Sword and Shield, as you can see down here. Cool artwork, got the mountain in the background, Arceus flying through the air. You can get them raw for $20, and they are going for $480 in a PSA 10. Again, hard to grade, but if you know what you're looking for, you can get in on it and take advantage. You can see 474, 485, 430, 479, 525. I mean, and it's a sick card. And I mean, they're not making any more of them. It's Sword and Shield. So that's my options for the if I had $500 going into a card show this weekend. Like I said, we'll do a couple other videos where we do different price ranges for people because I know everybody has different circumstances. Let me know what your favorite Pokemon is down in the comment. Like I said, question of the day. And I'll respond to any comments that you guys leave. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see in the future.